Welcome, 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 welcome back. Our next guest is the executive producer of Here and Now. I was on there many times before, and I watch it. I'm a fan. It's on ABC-TV, and they do a lot. And they join us today to discuss her career advice for aspiring TV producers. If you want to know more, you got to keep it tuned in. You got to kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Just sit back like this and watch. We welcome Tracey Washington Bagley to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here. You know, I'm usually behind the scenes, so
I know.
You guys had to pull my leg to get me in here. Arm, leg, everything.
I see all the great work that you're doing behind the scenes. It comes out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So here we are behind the scenes in our homes. You see my record collection, part of it right there.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us. Tell us about your wonderful career in the world of TV, because you've been doing it for a little while.
Yeah, I started in news at News 12 Long Island, so I do have a great appreciation for cable television. So when News 12 launched, I was just a camera assistant, and I moved up to becoming a producer. I used to actually even run an ENG live truck. So really, in a sense, I always say to interns, pay your dues, because, you know, it doesn't hurt to know how to do a lot of different things, you know?
And I see, when I'm there, I see a lot of interns following you around and looking up to you. And they do a great job, too. They're like little professional people there.
Thank you. So, you know, having that experience, it helps as a producer to have appreciation for what people are doing in the field and in the control room. And so then I was lucky enough 4 years later to land my first job with ABC, and actually went up to the Philadelphia-owned station and worked as a producer there, producing specials, a teen magazine show. Fast forward to, actually that was the name of one of the shows. Fast forward to about a decade later, and I started working for Channel 7 in New York with Roz Abrams, New York Nonstop, and then eventually left for a little while, went out to Houston and produced a ER trauma series, which was real life. And that really tested my skills, and also a live talk show. And then I ended up going back to Channel 7 and had the honor to work with Gil Noble, who you know, was an icon in the community, and hosted the longest running program that was dedicated to African Americans. So I felt like I had become a student at the Gil Noble University.
Yeah. How was it working with Gil Noble and Like It Is?
It was good, because you know, I thought I knew my Black history, and whenever he'd ask me something and I didn't know, he'd say, "Have a seat, have a seat." So then I'd get a lesson about.
You knew you were gonna get a lesson when he told you to have a seat, right?
Yep. I'd get a lesson about the history that was about my people, and you know, what's better than an experience where you're doing what you love and you're also getting a chance to learn about your ancestors, right? And the price that they paid to move us forward, and to actually give us the opportunities that we sometimes take for granted on a regular basis.
And you know, he was a soft-spoken person. How was he behind the scenes?
He was still soft-spoken. He didn't raise his voice. He was very serious about his show. Oh, yeah. And you could make suggestions, but he didn't always, you know, he'd listen, but it wasn't always what he may end up doing. And that was fine. You know, a lot of respect for him in the building. We had a lot of respect for him. And
then you carried it on. And then you went from there, and you continued the legacy.
Yeah, so Gil unfortunately got sick, and when he passed away, you know, management at Channel 7 said, we want to continue this important program. We cannot keep the name Like It Is, because Gil actually was smart enough to own the name and all of the footage. So he actually had a Like It Is, and the family still does, a Like It Is archive. So we were challenged with coming up with a different name, but still carrying on the legacy. And so Here and Now was born, and we auditioned several of our anchors and reporters at Channel 7 who had been doing the work, but now here was a new opportunity, and hence we have Sandra Bookman as our host.
Yeah, Sandra.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah. So you guys are
Excellent.
doing some great things together. You're award winning. Some of the awards
Thank
that you guys have gotten or what?
Yeah, well, we got nominated for Emmy 3 times. We didn't win, but we got nominated. And we were nominated for our South Africa special, which was Journey to South Africa, Mandela's Centennial. And that was in 2018. We got to go there during the time when the country was celebrating his centennial. And we did an hour special overseas. It was amazing. So we did win an award for that, which was a tourism award, and we're very grateful for that opportunity.
Well, congratulations, and we continue to thank you for all the wonderful job, all the wonderful work that you guys are doing. You do a great job.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
how has this pandemic changed your producing? We know how it. Well, I'm sitting here.
Yeah. I don't think we ever imagined that we could pull together an hour show from basically our homes. We do the interviews on Zoom like you guys. I write my scripts here at home on a company laptop, so I have access to all of our footage. I have associate producer Jordan McIntosh, who used to be my intern and is an awesome associate producer. And my editor is actually in her home editing. And Sandra does the interviews on Zoom. We record them, and then in post-editing, we add all the footage and the music, and voila, there you
go. All right, sounds good. So what does it take to make a show entertaining and informative?
You still have to be very engaged. I know I have to definitely keep up with the news and see what's going on, what people care about, what they're interested in. What's meaningful to them, and at the same time, people also looking for an outlet. So, we did a whole special, The Race to Justice, about all the protests and everything that's going on around the world. And at the same time, I tried to make sure that we also included segments about the stress of the pandemic. And so we've had several psychologists, therapists on. We just did a soulful yoga segment because people also come to us for news, but also for an outlet for entertainment.
And thank you for having me. The last time I was on, we were talking about this book right here.
That's right.
Black History and Beyond.
That's right.
We were talking about my foundation, to make the great foundation. Thank you so much. Got a lot of great feedback from that. Now,
great.
What advice would you give? A lot of people want to do what you do. What advice would you give to aspiring producers?
Well, first and foremost, I always say get your degree. People take you seriously. You have a degree in an area. They know that it's something you're really dedicated to. I made sure that I did, study broadcasting in college, Ohio University, shout out.
There you go.
And I always tell students, high school students that are considering this career, make sure you choose a college where you can get hands-on experience, because a lot of schools will tell you that they have, or they'll offer you a degree in broadcasting, but they don't have a facility for you to get experience. So they're hoping that you can get an internship to prepare you for a career. But the best school is a school where there's a radio station or a TV station or some kind of production that's going on a regular basis, so it becomes a part of your college experience. So when you graduate, you're job ready. That's very important. Once you establish that, I think the best producers are those that are very inquisitive, storytellers, and really you have to care about people. You have to have a selfless type personality.
Like you.
I try.
Tell us about this wonderful special, the Race to Justice special. Tell us about that briefly.
So the Race to Justice really focused in on George Floyd's murder, and we wanted to give people, especially those that for whatever reason didn't realize that African American, Black and brown people were dealing with inequities and race discrimination on a regular basis. We give them somewhat of a history. So we had Dr. Khalil Muhammad from Harvard University talk about just the history of racism in this country and why it was bubbling over at this time, but at the same time to take a look at how this moment was different. It's just not a moment, it's a movement, and what was different about this time.
It feels like it's different. It
yes,
feels like it's
definitely.
different. Maybe something will come out of it, you know, some positive information will come out of it.
And you can still access that special on our website, which is abc7ny.com/here and now. All of our shows are on our website. You can take a day and just binge on Here and Now.
Thank you for all that you do. Where can we get more information on what you're doing and see some of your specials and see what's coming up?
So again, it's abc7ny.com/here and now. And we also have a Facebook page, so follow us on Facebook. We're also on Instagram and Twitter.
There you go. It's the executive producer of Here and Now. Thank you for all the work that you do. Tracey Washington Bagley, executive producer, Here and Now, ABC, WABC-TV. Thank you. We love you. Stay safe and God bless.
Love you too. God bless.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break. I've got more coming up next right here on Open.